5 ways to stop. Wasting time and start winning time is the one resource you can never reclaim. Unlike money, which you can earn again, or opportunities which may reappear, time vanishes the moment it passes. Every second you spend shapes your future, determining whether you move toward greatness or remain stuck in mediocrity. The most successful individuals grasp this truth. They know that wasting time isn't just about lost hours. It's about squandering potential, missing chances for growth, and delaying the life you're capable of living. To win in life, you must treat time with the respect it deserves, using it deliberately to build a future aligned with your deepest aspirations. Wasting time often doesn't look like laziness. It's not always about binge-watching shows or scrolling aimlessly online. More often, it's subtle. Busyness that feels productive but leads nowhere, indecision that paralyzes progress, or habits that drain energy without delivering results. The challenge lies in spotting these time traps and replacing them with intentional practices that propel you forward. Winning with time isn't about cramming your schedule with tasks. It's about clarity, focus, and consistency. It's about choosing actions that matter and letting go of those that don't. When you start valuing your time, you begin to value yourself. You recognize that every moment is an opportunity to create, grow, and achieve. By combining this respect with purposeful action, you build a life of momentum, purpose, and impact. The following 5 strategies will guide you to stop wasting time and start winning. These aren't quick fixes. They're disciplines that, when practiced consistently, transform how you live, work, and think. Embrace them, and you'll unlock your potential to achieve extraordinary results. Strategy 1. Audit your time relentlessly. The first step to mastering your time is understanding exactly how you're spending it. Most people move through their days on autopilot, assuming they're productive because they're busy. But busyness is a trap. It creates the illusion of progress while hiding inefficiencies. Successful people don't guess about their time. They analyze it with precision, identifying where they're adding value and where they're wasting potential. To do this, you must audit your time relentlessly, treating it like a financial budget that demands scrutiny. Start by tracking every activity for at least 1 week. From the moment you wake up to when you go to bed, record what you do and how long it takes. Be specific. Note the 20 minutes spent scrolling social media, the hour answering emails, the 15 minutes choosing an outfit. Use a notebook, app, or spreadsheet, whatever works for you. This process may feel tedious, even confronting, but it's essential. Without data, you're blind to your habits, and assumptions lead to excuses. A week of tracking will reveal patterns you didn't notice, shining a light on where your time truly goes. Once you have your data, analyze it with brutal honesty. Ask hard questions. Which tasks are moving me closer to my goals? Which are draining my energy without contributing to my growth? Which could be delegated, streamlined, or eliminated? You might discover you're spending hours on low-value activities, responding to non-urgent messages, attending unnecessary meetings, or perfecting minor details that don't matter. These are time leaks, siphoning energy from your priorities. A common time waster is reacting to others' demands. Emails, calls, or last-minute requests can dominate your day, leaving little room for your own goals. Success doesn't come from being endlessly available. It comes from protecting your focus. Set boundaries. Designate specific times to check messages. Say no to commitments that don't align with your priorities and communicate your need for uninterrupted work. For example, if you're working on a project, silence notifications and let colleagues know you'll respond later. These boundaries reclaim your time, ensuring it serves your purpose. Indecision is another subtle thief. Spending too long deliberating over small choices, what to eat, which task to tackle first, steals mental energy. To counter this, create decision-making systems. Set time limits for minor choices, e.g., 5 minutes to pick a restaurant, or pre-decide routines like meals or outfits. These rules free up cognitive space for bigger decisions, like strategizing your career or planning a business move. Automation tools, like scheduling apps or meal prep, can further reduce decision fatigue, preserving your energy for high-impact work. Distractions, both external and internal, also erode time. External distractions, phone pings, chatty coworkers, can be managed by creating a focused environment. Work in a quiet space, use noise-cancelling headphones, or set Do Not Disturb hours. Internal distractions, like the urge to check social media or overthinking a task, require self-discipline. Practice mindfulness to stay present and use techniques like the 2-minute rule. If a distraction tempts you, pause for 2 minutes and refocus. Apps that block distracting sites can also help build this discipline. The key to this strategy is unwavering honesty. Don't justify time-wasting habits or cling to routines out of comfort. If you're spending 2 hours daily on social media, admit it and address it. If meetings are eating your mornings, question their value and propose alternatives. This audit isn't about guilt, it's about empowerment. By identifying inefficiencies, you gain control to redirect your time toward what matters. Every hour spent on something trivial is an hour stolen from your dreams. A relentless time audit transforms you from a passive participant in your day to an active architect of your future. Strategy 2. Prioritize ruthlessly. Time is a limited resource, and not every task deserves your attention. Successful people excel because they prioritize ruthlessly, focusing on high-impact activities and letting go of the rest. Prioritization isn't about squeezing more into your day. It's about choosing what matters most and giving it your full energy. This discipline separates those who achieve from those who merely stay busy. Clarity is the cornerstone of prioritization. Without a clear sense of your goals, you're vulnerable to distractions, chasing every shiny object that comes your way. Take time to define your objectives. What do you want to achieve in the next year, the next month, today? Write them down. Specific, measurable goals like launch a business by June or run a 5K in under 30 minutes. When your purpose is clear, you have a filter for every decision. Ask, does this task move me closer to my goal? If not, it's a candidate for elimination. Many people mistake activity for progress. It's easy to fill your day with tasks, answering emails, organizing files, attending meetings, but these often yield little impact. At the end of each day, reflect. Did my actions advance my goals, or did I just keep busy? Successful people focus on the big rocks, tasks that drive significant change. They follow the principle of majoring in the majors, asking, what's the one thing I can do today that will have the biggest impact on my future? This might be writing a business proposal, studying a new skill, or spending quality time with family. Everything else is secondary. Timing is critical in prioritization. Not every task needs immediate attention, and not every urgent task is important. Urgent tasks, like a last-minute email, demand your focus but often distract from long-term goals. Important tasks, like strategic planning or personal growth, are rarely urgent but essential for success. Distinguish between the two using the Eisenhower matrix. Categorize tasks as urgent, important, urgent, unimportant, non-urgent, important, or non-urgent, unimportant. Prioritize non-urgent or important tasks, as they're the ones that shape your future. Schedule your big rocks first. Imagine your day as a jar. If you fill it with sand, emails, errands, there's no room for the rocks, your priorities. Block off time for your most important task, say 9 to 10 a.m., and treat it as non-negotiable. Turn off distractions, close your email, and focus solely on that task. This approach ensures your best energy goes to what matters most, not what's loudest. Prioritization requires saying no. Every yes to a low-value task is a no to something critical. Successful people decline meetings, social events, or requests that don't align with their goals. This isn't about being rude, it's about being strategic. Practice polite refusals. I'd love to help, but I'm committed to another priority right now. This discipline protects your time, allowing you to say yes to what truly drives progress. Reflection is a powerful prioritization tool. Each evening, review your day. Did I focus on my big rocks? Did I get sidetracked by minor tasks? If you veered off course, don't dwell. Plan tomorrow differently. Identify your top priority for the next day and commit to tackling it first. This daily recalibration keeps your actions aligned with your goals, preventing drift. Ruthless prioritization transforms your productivity. By focusing on what matters most, you create momentum that carries you toward your vision. It's not about doing everything. It's about doing the right things, with intention and discipline. When you prioritize ruthlessly, you turn time into a tool for building the life you want. Jim Rohn, Strategy 3. Make decisions. Decisively, every choice you make shapes your destiny, and indecision is one of the biggest time wasters. Hesitating, overanalyzing, or delaying decisions stalls progress and drains energy. Successful people treat decision-making as a skill, acting swiftly and confidently to maintain momentum. They know that an imperfect decision is often better than no decision at all, as action creates clarity and opportunity. Clarity of values and goals is the foundation of decisive action. When you know what you stand for, whether it's integrity, growth, or family, and where you're headed, decisions become easier. Each choice can be evaluated against a simple question. Does this align with my purpose? For example, if your goal is to build a business, a networking event might be a yes, while a time-consuming hobby might be a no. Without this clarity, options feel overwhelming, leading to paralysis. Spend time defining your core values and objectives, and use them as a compass for every decision. Successful people embrace urgency in decision-making. They don't wait for perfect information or absolute certainty, recognizing that waiting often means missing opportunities. Instead, they gather reasonable data, weigh options, and commit. For instance, if launching a product, they might not know every market detail, but will test a prototype and adjust based on feedback. This willingness to act without all the answers keeps them moving forward while others stall. Fear of mistakes fuels indecision. Many delay choices, worried about failure or judgment. Successful people reframe mistakes as learning opportunities. A wrong decision isn't the end, it's a chance to gain insight and course correct. They trust their ability to adapt, knowing that progress comes from action, not perfection. For example, a failed marketing campaign teaches what works, informing future strategies. The only true failure is indecision, which keeps you stuck. Courage is essential for decisive action. Safe choices are comfortable, but growth often requires risk. Successful people step into uncertainty, betting on their resilience and vision. Whether it's quitting a stable job to start a business or speaking up in a meeting, they take bold steps, knowing that greatness lies beyond their comfort zone. This courage sets them apart, enabling them to seize opportunities others avoid. Saying no is a critical decision-making skill. Every yes commits your time, leaving less for your priorities. Successful people say no to distractions, obligations, or requests that don't serve their goals. They don't act out of guilt or fear of disappointing others. They prioritize their purpose. For instance, declining a low-value project frees time for a high-impact one. Practice assertive refusals. I appreciate the offer, but I'm focused on other commitments. This discipline protects your energy and focus. Reflection sharpens decision-making. After a choice, evaluate its outcome. What went well? What could I improve? This habit turns every decision into a learning opportunity, refining your judgment. Seek input from mentors or peers, but don't let advice paralyze you. Use it to inform your choice, then act. Owning your decisions, even when they're imperfect, builds confidence and accountability. Decision-making is about taking control of your life. By choosing decisively, you shape your future, turning time into progress. It's not about being flawless, it's about having the courage to act, the wisdom to learn, and the determination to keep moving. Master this discipline, and you'll stop wasting time on hesitation and start building a life of purpose. Strategy 4. Protect your focus. Like a fortress in a world overflowing with distractions, focus is a rare and powerful asset. It's the bridge between your goals and their realization, enabling you to channel energy into meaningful work. Successful people don't just stumble into focus, they cultivate it, protect it, and use it to achieve extraordinary results. Focus isn't about working longer hours, it's about working with precision, giving your best to what matters most. Clarity is the bedrock of focus. Without a clear goal, your attention scatters, pulled by every notification, request, or fleeting thought. Successful people know exactly what they're working toward, whether it's a project deadline or a personal milestone. This clarity acts like a filter, helping them ignore distractions and prioritize high-impact tasks. Each morning, define your focus. What's the one task that will move me forward today? Write it down and commit to tackling it first. Distractions are the enemy of focus, and they come in two forms: external and internal. External distractions, phone alerts, interruptions, or background noise, can be managed by creating a focused environment. Set boundaries. Inform colleagues of your work hours, silence devices, or work in a quiet space. Use tools like noise-canceling headphones or do not disturb signs to signal your need for concentration. Internal distractions, self-doubt, boredom, or the urge to multitask require self-awareness. Practice mindfulness to stay present, noticing when your mind wanders and gently bringing it back. If you're tempted to check social media, use the 5-second rule. Count down from 5 and refocus. Boundaries are crucial for deep focus. Successful people carve out uninterrupted time for their most important work, treating it as sacred. Schedule focus blocks, 60 to 90 minutes of distraction-free work, and guard them fiercely. Say no to meetings, calls, or emails during these blocks. For example, if you're writing a report, close your inbox and work offline. This discipline ensures your peak energy goes to your priorities, not reacting to others' demands. A morning routine can anchor your focus. Start your day with habits that sharpen your mind: meditation, journaling, or a brisk walk. These activities set a productive tone, preparing you to tackle challenges with clarity. Successful people also align tasks with their energy levels. Tackle demanding work, like strategic planning, when you're most alert, often in the morning. Save routine tasks, like responding to emails, for lower energy periods. This alignment maximizes efficiency, ensuring your focus yields results. Focus isn't sustainable indefinitely, so work in cycles. The Pomodoro technique, 25 minutes of work, 5-minute break, or 90-minute blocks with 10-minute rests, helps maintain intensity without burnout. These breaks aren't distractions, they're intentional resets, allowing your brain to recharge. Use them to stretch, hydrate, or step outside. Avoid screens to give your mind a true pause. Single tasking is a hallmark of focus. Multitasking splits your attention, reducing quality and increasing fatigue. Successful people commit fully to one task, giving it their best before moving on. For instance, if you're drafting a proposal, don't check emails midway. Finish the draft first. This approach produces better work and preserves mental energy. Use tools like to-do lists or project management apps to stay organized, ensuring you're focused on one priority at a time. Systems support focus. Automate minor decisions, what to wear, when to exercise, to save mental bandwidth. For example, plan your outfits weekly or schedule workouts at the same time daily. Use apps to block distracting sites during work hours, reinforcing discipline. Reflect regularly on your focus. At day's end, ask, did I stay on track? What pulled me away? This evaluation helps you identify triggers and refine your approach. Focus is about presence, fully engaging with the moment. By building a fortress around your attention, you eliminate distractions and channel energy into impactful action. This disciplined focus transforms your time, turning effort into progress and goals into reality. Strategy 5. Embrace the power of consistency. Consistency is the engine that drives success. While focus directs your efforts, consistency ensures you keep moving, day after day, even when motivation fades or obstacles arise. It's not about dramatic actions or overnight wins. It's the quiet, steady commitment to doing the right things, regardless of how you feel. Successful people know that consistency turns aspirations into achievements, building a life of progress through small, deliberate steps. Many wait for inspiration before acting, but this is a losing strategy. Motivation is unpredictable, ebbing, and flowing with mood or circumstance. Successful people don't rely on it. They act first, trusting that momentum will follow. They let their commitments, not their feelings, guide their actions. For example, a runner doesn't wait to feel energized. They lace up and go, knowing the energy comes with movement. This habit of acting despite resistance transforms potential into results. Small, repeatable actions are the backbone of consistency. Grand gestures may grab attention, but lasting change comes from daily habits that compound over time. Writing 200 words daily becomes a novel in a year. Saving $10 a week grows into a substantial nest egg. Exercising 15 minutes daily reshapes your health. Successful people prioritize these micro-actions, understanding their cumulative power. Start with one small habit, reading 10 pages a day or meditating for 5 minutes, and build from there. Consistency isn't about rigidity, it's about alignment. Life changes, and successful people adapt their methods while staying true to their goals. If one approach fails, a business idea flops, or a workout plan stalls, they pivot but keep moving. Flexibility ensures they stay on track, even when circumstances shift. Build habits that support your goals, like a morning routine or weekly planning session, to make consistency automatic. These routines reduce reliance on willpower, embedding action into your daily life. Tracking progress is a consistency booster. Use a journal, app, or calendar to log your efforts. Every workout, every page written, every sales call made. Seeing your streak grow fuels motivation, reinforcing your commitment. Share your goals with an accountability partner, friend, coach, or colleague who'll check in and keep you honest. Their encouragement or gentle nudge helps you stay on course. Public commitments, like posting your progress online, add extra pressure to follow through. Discipline is the muscle behind consistency. It's the ability to act when excitement wanes or challenges arise. Start small to build this muscle. Commit into one habit and stick with it for 30 days. Celebrate small wins, like a week of consistent effort, with rewards like a favorite treat or a relaxing evening. These positive reinforcements strengthen the habit, making it easier to maintain. Over time, discipline becomes a source of freedom, aligning your actions with your values and vision. Patience is consistency's partner. In a culture obsessed with instant results, successful people embrace the long game. They know meaningful progress takes time, months, even years, and trust that steady effort will pay off. When results are slow, they focus on the process, finding satisfaction in daily growth. This perspective keeps them committed while others quit, chasing quick fixes. Setbacks are inevitable, but successful people don't let them derail consistency. A missed day, a failed project, or an unexpected obstacle is a temporary disruption, not a defeat. They recommit immediately, picking up where they left off. This resilience is key. Consistency isn't about perfection, but persistence. If you skip a workout, do it tomorrow. If a plan fails, learn and try again. This mindset ensures setbacks don't define your trajectory. Clarity of purpose fuels consistency. When you know why you're working, whether it's financial independence, personal growth, or leaving a legacy, distractions lose their power. Write down your why and revisit it daily, especially when motivation dips. This anchor grounds you, ensuring your actions align with your vision. For example, if your goal is to support your family, remind yourself of their faces when temptation to slack arises. Consistency builds more than results. It fosters confidence, resilience, and self-trust. Each time you follow through, you prove you're capable, creating a feedback loop that strengthens your resolve. Over time, consistency reshapes your identity, turning you into someone who acts reliably, no matter the circumstances. This transformation is the true reward, enabling you to tackle bigger goals with ease. The compound effect of intentional time. Use mastering time is about small, intentional choices that compound into extraordinary outcomes. Each moment you spend deliberately, auditing your habits, prioritizing ruthlessly, deciding decisively, focusing deeply, or acting consistently, builds a foundation for success. These choices aren't glamorous, but their cumulative impact is profound. One focused hour won't change your life, but 1,000 will. A relentless time audit uncovers inefficiencies, empowering you to redirect hours toward your goals. Ruthless prioritization ensures your energy fuels high-impact tasks, not busy work. Decisive action turns hesitation into progress, keeping you moving forward. Deep focus creates space for meaningful work, turning effort into impact. Consistent action transforms potential into reality, building results that last. These strategies shift your mindset. You begin to see time as a tool, not a constraint. You become proactive, not reactive, purposeful, not scattered. This shift unlocks possibilities, revealing how much you can achieve when you take control. It's not about working harder, but working smarter, aligning every action with your vision. Living a life of purpose, winning with time, is about more than checking off goals. It's about living with intention. It's about crafting a life that reflects your values, builds your confidence, and leaves a lasting impact. When you master your time, you don't just do more, you become more. Your choices shape your character, your habits define your legacy, and your consistency creates a life of meaning. Time is always moving, offering a fresh chance every second to refocus and recommit. Perfection isn't the goal, progress is. By improving how you use time, you build a life of purpose, where every action moves you closer to who you're meant to be. This is the essence of winning, not just achieving, but becoming. Your call to action. The time to stop wasting and start winning is now. Audit your days with relentless honesty. Prioritize your big rocks, decide with courage, protect your focus fiercely, and commit to consistent action. These strategies are within your reach, requiring only your decision to act. Start today. Track your time for one day, choose one high-impact task, make a bold choice, block off an hour for deep work, or begin a small daily habit. The journey won't be flawless. Distractions will tempt you, decisions will challenge you, and consistency will test your resolve. But every intentional step forward builds momentum. In a year, you'll look back at a transformed life, one defined by purpose, progress, and the disciplined use of time. Your time is your greatest asset. Use and create the future you deserve.